Good morning. Welcome. If you Apple, swipe to the right to share. Android, from the bottom to the top to share. Go ahead and share with all your friends on social media and hit the screen to show some love. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning at Meerkat. All right, invite your friends, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the paradude in the corner. Hit the paradude in the corner. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Walaikum salam, sister. Good morning. Good morning. All right, welcome, welcome. Khalil, welcome. All right, let's double this count. Let's double our count. Go ahead and share, ladies and gentlemen. Share. This is not your first time. You know what we about the money game. All right, thank you, Ambition. If you're a Tony fan, go to my website, DarrellMuhammad.net. You'll see a live concert I recorded when they were here in Houston in October. October, right. I'm good friends with Raphael, Dwayne, and Tim. So you have an up-close view of the concert. I recorded it and played it live on Periscope. All right, welcome Meerkat. Welcome Meerkat. Go ahead and stream. Go ahead and restream it at Meerkat. And here at Periscope, I need you guys to share it, you guys. I need you guys to share it. Share, share, share. Go ahead and do that right now. We're going to get started here in 30 seconds or less. Put that on silent. All right, countdown. We're going to get started in less than 30 seconds. Go ahead and give some hearts. Let me know you're there and go ahead and restream it. Meerkatters, go ahead and restream it at Meerkat. Go ahead and share it here at Periscope. Good morning, Green Tea. Good morning, good morning. Miss Nicole, good morning, good morning. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys can check out Tony later. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Let me... Lack of knowledge, and black people do not have knowledge or the right knowledge as it pertains to money, as it pertains to finances, as it pertains to economy or economics, if you will. And I don't mean in academic economics, but I mean as far as understanding how the system works and how to get the most out of the system, not just for you, not just for your family, but for our community. All right. For so long we observed the success of other communities, but for whatever reason we failed to duplicate that. Right? We fail to duplicate it. It's easier to get it for me. It's easier to get it for my family, but it's very difficult to get it for the benefit of the community. But that's what time it is, brothers and sisters. That's what we have to do. If you understand the dynamics that are surrounding us, then you know that it's time for us to fortify, if you will, right? To secure the frontier. And that's what we have to do. And the way you do it here in America is understanding money and the money game and how to play it to win. So we want to talk about today, which is an obvious one, right? It's an obvious one. It's consumer versus investor. Consumer versus investor. We're talking about winning the money game, how to play the money game to win, right? How to play the money game to win. Now we're approaching the end of the year, brothers and sisters. We only have today is the 23rd. So what's that? 8 more days left. in 2015. Now, if you're running a race, right, or you're driving to a destination, the closer you get to that destination, to the end of the race, the clearer things should be. The clearer the end of the race should appear as you get closer, right? So now is the best time, brothers and sisters. This is what I'm doing. Now is the best time to get clarity. Now is the best time to get clear in your mind on where it is that you want to go in 2015. What it is that you need to do in 2015. What are the tools that you need in 2015? What kind of mindset do you need? What kind of habits do you need? What kind of skill set do you need? Now it's time to get clear, right? Get clear. In metaphysics, they say clarity is power. Clarity is power. A confused mind never buys. That's what we say in sales, right? A confused mind never buys, meaning they never make a decision. So if we find ourselves procrastinating many times, brothers and sisters, because we're not clear in mind, we're not clear in thought. Okay? All right? I need for you guys to share it right now. We're going to get into consumers versus investors. Consumer versus investors. If we can't make a clear delineation, a clear, determination, a clear identification of where we are, right? Are we predominantly consumers and not investors? Then we need to know that. It needs to be clear going into 2016 so we won't think we're something that we're not, and we're wondering why we're not winning like we think we should win. All right, so go ahead and share it right now. Hit the paradude in the corner, wherever the paradude is. Hit the paradude in the corner, brother. So let's share it. Because who's bringing you this information? I'm sure there are people out there, but it's not in abundance. It's not at the level that it should be, right? And there's so much noise on Periscope. There's so much noise on Meerkat. It gets lost in the noise, right? It gets lost in all the other stuff. So I need for you to share it. I need your help. I need for you to share this information out to your friends, right? And it really says more about you than it says about me, that you will be engaged in this type of information and you would share it with your friends, right? So it says a lot about you. A lot of your friends be like, oh, I didn't know, that person was, interested in that, those subjects, that subject matter. I didn't know that she or he was thinking like that. I need to connect with them. See, that's the power of sharing content like this to all of your friends, all right? So we're talking about consumers versus investors. We're talking about the money game, consumers versus investors. Go ahead, Khalil, go ahead and share it with your friends right now. Go ahead and share it with your friends right now so we can go ahead and get started. Let me just cover a couple of things. I'm looking at my notes. I always have notes. Hopefully you got some notes or have paper to write some notes down. All right? If not, go to the replay and watch it again and be a student. Right? We can't win at anything if we're not first good students. Good students. Hey, how you doing, my man? We have to be good students, all right? So go ahead and share it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and double our counts as we talk about the money game, consumer versus investor. Now, here's the thing that we have to understand. In the money game, to win, we're talking about to win, right? People play at different levels to win than they do to just make the playoffs, right? It's a whole different level, right? Okay? So here's what you need to understand. In the money game, to win is not about the accumulation of money. It's not about how much money we have in a bank. It's not how much money we can hoard, right? It's not how much money, we even make as much, right? That's not the understanding to play the money game to win, right? That's not it. That's not it. What we have to do is we have to focus on doing the most with the money we have. Doing the most with the money we have. That's how we establish a foundation of playing the money game to win. Not more money, more money, more money, more money. Or I doubled my income. Now, don't get me wrong. That plays a part. That plays a very, very, very important role. But it's with a basic understanding, right? That is what I do with my money. Is how I use my dollar. right? It's how I use my $10. It's how I use my $100, my $1,000, right? Because a fool and his money shall always part. A fool and his money shall always part. So just getting more is not the end all, the be all. Just getting more is part of the solution, a big part of the solution. But if we don't understand that you have to maximize the use of what you have, not in a scarcity mentality, right? I'm not talking about that. Not in the scarcity mentality. You're afraid, so therefore you're maximizing your dollars. No, you're maximizing your dollars because you understand that this is what's required to qualify me to get more as I'm getting more. You do that simultaneously to expanding and getting more money. You do those things together. I have a simple philosophy, brothers and sisters. If you have two equally good ideas, it's not a question of either or. It's an answer of and both. Not either or, and both. So you want to be making more money, right? You want to be getting more money. You want to be increasing your income at the same time that you're doing more with the income that you have. Now, here's the interesting thing. Everybody, brothers and sisters, everybody is a consumer. I mean, that's no brainer. Everybody consumes. You have to buy something, right? Baby comes out consuming. All right, so we're born consumers. The worst thing that can happen is if we die consumers. We die consumers just as we were when we came in this earth as a baby. Consuming. And output is very minimal, right? So we all are consumers by default. But all of us are not investors. Very few of us are investors. Very few of us are investors. Consumer is not a choice. See, it's easy to be something when it's not a choice. You have to be it, right? It's easy to breathe when you have to breathe, right? It's easy to sleep when you have to sleep. But when choices come into play, then that's where there's a difference, right? That's where we can really see the intention of a person when they have to choose one thing over another. So there's very few investors because you have to want to be an investor. You have to be persistent and diligent in being an investor because that's a choice that you and I make, right? We don't have to do it. It's a choice. So very few people are investors, right? Not past tense, present tense. Are investors. Not I invested in real estate in the past. Not I invested in whatever in the past. No. Investor. Very few people are investors. Very few people are investors. Okay? So we have to understand that. We have to make that clear distinction. All right? We have to make that clear distinction, brothers and sisters. Everybody's a consumer, but very few people are investors. All right, so let's kind of do the comparison. We call it in sales the Abraham Lincoln close, right? Where you make a T, you draw a line across the top of the paper, and then a line down the center. You put your pros on one side, you put your cons on the other side. It's just a way of making a comparison, right? As we say it in the nation, you raise a clean glass up next to the dirty glass. You don't condemn the dirty glass. So we want to just raise up being a consumer versus being an investor. All right. So here's the thing. Here's a good one right here. Consumers want to get rid of money. They want to get rid of money. Spend. How much is that? That's $1. Let me have it. How much is that? That's a nickel. Let me have it. How much is that? 99 cents. Let me have it. They want to get rid of money, right? They act as if money is a bad thing, right? They act as if money is a bad thing. They don't want the money. They want to give it away. Just every little thing, right, that entices them. Every little thing that catches their attention. If the price is right, they'll buy it. They don't need it. It's not getting closer to their goals and aspirations as far as, financially. It just caught their attention. It got them excited. It only costs $1. It only costs $5. It only costs $6. And see, those who play the money game to win, brothers and sisters, they know that. They tap into that mentality, that psychology. That's why they make prices so low. That's why there's a 99-cent menu. So they can get your last 99 cents. Right? They know they're the masses of the people who don't have money, and that's the reason why they have money, because they have this consumer mentality. They don't say, well, hey, this dollar can go towards me buying another book. This dollar can go towards me going to Amazon, right, and get a book for $1, for 99 cents, for $5. Oh, it's only $5. Oh, it's only $10. Oh, it's only $20. That's a consumer. Gets rid of money. They rather have things than money. They get rid of money, right, because they really don't know what to do with it. Now, an investor, the investor thinks not how can I get rid of money, not how can I spend money, but how can I grow my money? How can I grow my money? How can I grow my money? They know that $1 wasted every week is $4 a month, is whatever, $200 a year, over 10 years. They looking at how can I grow my money? If I move my money over here, it'll grow. If I move it over there, it'll grow. If I spend it, it's dead. Right? As a consumer, they spend their money in areas where the money dies, meaning that the money, it does not come back to them. It does not grow. Which means that as consumers, you have to constantly replenish that same dollar. You have to go back and get that same dollar over and over and over again. And it's very hard, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, to win in the money game if you're constantly replacing that $1 over and over and over again. You're replacing that $1. The $1 is never growing to come back to you as $1.25, $1.10, $1.05. The investor thinks about how to grow their money. How to grow their money. I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen it. Being a stockbroker, we see different things as it pertains to money and compounding interest and compounding returns and things of that nature. Google this. There's a chart out there. I wish I would have gotten it, but they show you how if you double a penny, one penny, the penny that we don't pick up on the ground when we see it, the penny that we don't want, the penny that just doesn't mean anything to most people, the one penny. Just Google it. How fast does a penny grow? 1 cent compounded over time. And you'll see if you compound a penny, one penny, double it every day, and I forgot what it is, but you'll be astonished how much money, because you're compounding it. So day 2 is 2 pennies, compounded to 4 to 16. You'll be surprised, brothers and sisters, how much money you'll have at the end of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 100. Go ahead and do that as your homework assignment today, and you'll start understanding how little can grow into a lot. People who play the money game to win, they understand that. That's why they're trying to get your pennies and my pennies so they can compound those pennies into hundreds and millions and billions of dollars. All right. We're going to go another 5 minutes and then we're going to open up for about some questions. All right. So the second one is consumers acquire trinkets. All right. If you don't know what the word means, look it up, clear it out. Right. Trinkets. They buy things that are worthless. They buy things that value goes down almost instantly, but it definitely goes down quickly over time. Consumers buy trinkets, things that have little, they call it very little intrinsic value, internal value, inherited value, right? Has very, very little, if at all any, but very little. Right? That's why a book really is the best investment, one of the best investments you can purchase if it's the right book, of course. But This book on Speed Wealth by T. Harv Eker, right? How to make millions in 3.5 years or whatever it says. Look how small that book is, right? But this book is worth more than what I paid for it. Why? Because it's intrinsic value. The information that's inside of it is far exceeds the price of the book, right? So consumers invest in trinkets, things that just don't have no, serious, value. Now, investors invest in assets that increase over time, things that are inherited, things that are designed, right? And the intention of it is to give you more value, to grow, right? To grow. Hey, Tim, to grow. Investors look for assets, things that are designed to grow, things that will grow with the economy, things that will outgrow the economy, things that have long-term intrinsic, they call it, intrinsic value. Now we're talking about the money game, how to play it to win, and the difference between a consumer and an investor. We all are consumers by default, but we have to choose every day. Every day you and I have to choose to be investors. Every day. Present tense, investors, right? I am an investor. I am investing. Present tense, right? So that's what we're talking about right here on today's edition of The Money Game, how to play the money game to win. All right. Somebody put on there, how do you turn $10,000 into $200,000? See, that's skill set. You can find that anywhere. Just go you can find that anywhere. It's mindset. Here's something that came to mind. I had an epiphany the other day. All right. Skill set to an entrepreneur is mindset. Skill set to an entrepreneur, someone that's playing the money game to win, their skill set is their mindset. It's a million ways to double and triple your money in America. But why isn't everybody doing it? Because their mind is not programming. So you want to get the programming of your mind first, foremost, and in both. Right? Not either or, and in both. Thank you very much, Sister Niambi. Right? And in both. So if a person always want to, when you're talking about mindset, but how do I make some more money? Then it's once again, it's that comparison, right? It's that comparison. All right. So here's another one. Consumers buy to impress others. Consumers buy to impress others. Hey, got that Gucci belt, got them Gucci shoes, got that Louis, right? Now we should want quality. Don't get it mixed up now. Don't get it twisted. Now, if the quality happen to have a name on it, that's fine. But I said that consumers buy to impress others, right? Their high motivation is to impress others. They'll go into debt to impress others. That's not what investors do. They borrow money that they don't have to impress their friends. Because their friends have a nice car. Now they got to go out and get a nice car, so they have somebody co-sign, and they lie on their paperwork and show old check stubs, right? Consumers buy to impress others. Investors buy, all right? Investors buy. Thank you, Living Chic, for restreaming, all right? All right? Investors buy to impress themselves. Let me say that again. That's powerful. That shook me and rocked me when I first learned that, right? Because we all have a sense of, vanity, I guess, right? Or want to be accepted or recognized. I mean, that's just part of human nature to whatever extent. But investors buy to impress themselves, right? They buy to impress themselves. Like when I was growing up, my mom, she's old-fashioned, from Louisiana, a little town outside of New Orleans. She, always used to tell me, what I'm saying? Don't wait until a company comes to eat out the good plates. Eat out the good plates for yourself, right? Don't wait till you have company to clean up your house and vacuum. Vacuum and clean up your house for you. Investors buy to impress themselves. not to impress others, but to impress themselves. And impress themselves by what they do, what they think, and how they act, right? By not being an impulsive buyer. And that's another one. Consumers are impulsive buyers, emotional buyers. Investors don't buy emotionally, they buy logically. All right? Does it make sense to make that purchase? Can that money go? Can I grow that money? Can that money be better served? It served me better than somewhere else. A consumer is a slave to money. A consumer, money is its master. To an investor, it's the master of money. Investor is the master of money, and money serves their purpose. Money serves their needs. It serves them. They put money to work for them. Consumers go to work for money. All right, here's another one. And consumers buy to be seen. Buy to be seen. Consumers buy things to be seen. Loud clothes, loud colors, loud, just loud, right? They do things, they buy things to be seen, that stands out, that looks different. That's, as a consumer, they buy things to be seen. Investors buy things to be felt. Let me say that again. Investors buy things to be felt. They do things to affect other people. They invest their money and invest in companies and invest in businesses so they can feel good that they're contributing, not just taking. They can feel good to know that they're investing for the future. They feel good because they know that they're being intelligent with their money to pave a way for their children and grandchildren, as the Bible says. Right? That makes them feel good. They feel good by doing the right thing with their money. They feel good by knowing that this is an intelligent use of my financial blessing, right? That's what investors do. They invest to feel good. They invest because it's the right thing to do. They invest because it's the intelligent thing to do. They invest because the investment is going to bring me back a return that does not just benefit myself, it benefits my family. And hopefully you and I are developing the mindset that we're doing it also to benefit our community, the black community who needs help in circulating the dollar, who needs help in understanding the money game to win, to play to win, to understand what this thing is really all about here in America. Right? It's not about you being able to go to church or the mosque or the synagogue and pray. That's good. Right? It's really not about you voting for the best of two bad candidates. Right? You either vote for Satan or Shaitan. Right? That's not what America's about. America's about learning how to play this money game and learning how to play it to win. And may the best man win. See, I learned that as a stockbroker. See, when I was a stockbroker, nobody just come and help you as a new broker. You got to prove yourself worthy of those veterans coming and sharing with you secrets. Right? They don't do that. You got to qualify yourself. See, out here in the money game, brothers and sisters, you got to qualify yourself. You're not in an employee environment. Don't look for somebody to help you. If somebody comes, then you better recognize, as we said yesterday, recognize the opportunity and latch on to it and be grateful. Because knowing the money game, don't expect anybody to come hold your hand because you're a nice person. Come help you because you don't drink, you don't smoke, and you conscious. That's good. But in the money game, that's not required. See, we need to know what's required to win at the money game and get that. And then, as we said just a few seconds ago, investors buy and do things that make them feel good so they can sleep at night. All right? So here's another one. Learn this from Robert Kiyosaki. Consumers are selfish. Consumers are selfish because they're only thinking about themselves. It's about consumption. How much more can I get? How much more can I eat? How many more big screens can I have? Right? Now you have that mentality with wealthy people. They don't become wealthy with that mentality. Right? Because if that's the case, they'll never invest. They'll never take the risk of return. When you're a consumer, there is no risk of return when all you do is consume. Because you see that flat screen TV, $500, I got $500, there's no risk. I give it to you, I take it, there's no risk. Minimal risk. If you get it from a reliable source like Walmart, it works. If not, you take it back and get it. So it's minimal risk. All right? Consumers are selfish. Investors are less selfish. Less selfish. Because being selfish is not bad, brothers and sisters. See, that's a myth. Being selfish is not bad in its right place. Right? We are taught self-preservation is the first law of nature. Self-preservation. That's selfish, meaning I got to survive first. Then I help you survive. I'm not going to help you survive at my expense. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. That's expressed many times through procreation. But anyway, so selfish, consumers are selfish, investors are less selfish. Now here it is, and we'll open up for questions if you have any. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for sharing, brothers and sisters. I just want to give back to our community. I just want to give back to our community. Our community is so neglected, especially in this area. You know, nobody wants to come and say, this package is this gift, since we're in the gift giving season. I don't celebrate Christmas, but others do. You know, when I used to celebrate Christmas, I want a gift with my name on the package. I don't want just, don't have mine. I want a gift that's been thought out and given to me. So here's my gift that's been thought out and given to our community, the black community. Make no bones about it. Right? Make no bones about it. Chinese don't make any bones about it. Asians don't make any bones about it. Jews don't make any bones about it. Greeks don't make any bones about it. But we around here, well, why it gotta be all black people? Because for so long it hasn't been all black people. That's why. If your body is deficient of water, right? Water, you drink a whole lot of water. You don't say, well, what about vegetables? What about fruits? No, I'm dehydrated, fool. I need water. Give me water. My body's been neglected from water. I'm dehydrated. Don't you know if your body's dehydrated, your system shuts down, right? Your liver and your kidneys shut down because it's dehydrated. Our community is dehydrated, brothers and sisters. And I just want to do my best with my bucket of water to splash on a dehydrated, economically depressed community. All right. Now here's what you need to know. In order to win at the money game, now write this down. Somebody put this in the live feed. In order to win at the money game, no ifs, and buts about it. Doesn't care how you feel about it. See, the money game doesn't care how you feel. Who cares how you feel? It's non-emotional. It's a non-inanimate object. It has no feelings. In order for you and I to win, to play the money game to win, in order for you and I to win, brothers and sisters, we must be an investor. We must be an investor. We must be an investor. Let me block you because you ignorant. All right? We must be an investor. No ifs, and buts about it. We must be an investor. Who is too risky? Then you're going to lose. Well, I tried that and I lost money. I'm not going to do it again. Then you're going to lose. You're going to lose by default in the money game. And what good is that? You know what losing by default in the money game is? Relying on Social Security that's not going to exist. Right? Being victim to high inflation and cost of living, and rapidly increasing health care. Right? Not being able to go to health care. Right? Not being able to afford health care, your deductible. Right? Not being able to afford to get the best doctors that you need in order to live, so it's cheaper to die. That's losing the money game. That's losing the money game, brothers and sisters. That it's cheaper to die than it is to live because you just don't have any money. Who wants to go out like that? I don't. And God willing, I won't. All right? So if there's no questions, thank you very, very much for being here, brothers and sisters. Now, tomorrow's what? Christmas Eve? We'll see. We might have something, maybe not 11 o'clock hour. We might just pop in later on. We might do something impromptu. I'm not sure yet. All right? Because even though I don't celebrate Christmas because it's paganistic, all right? And I'm with God. I'm not with God and the pagans. Because you can't be with both. Right? We talk about clarity. There's power in clarity. You have a website. Yes, I do, brother. Thank you very much. It's DarrellMuhammad, or whoever that is. DarrellMuhammad.net. DarrellMuhammad.net. Go there, brothers and sisters. Go there. Let's connect. Right? Thank you very much, sister. You can't buy speed wealth there. But anyway, just go here. Let's connect, because in 2016, I'm looking for you that's looking for me, so we can connect and do some things. Talk is cheap, and it's getting cheaper every day. All right? Let like minds come together. That's what makes up the groups that run the world. Not a whole bunch of people, but having like minds, right? And having the resources to back it. Having resources. Because you can have like mind, but we need resources that have made a life commitment to go out here and get it done. So until tomorrow, brothers and sisters, as always, see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our suffering black community needs your very best. So until hopefully tomorrow, I'll see you. All right? Pop in and say hi. All right? If not, go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Subscribe. Let's be friends. Let's be comrades. Let's go out here and change the world together. All right? So with that being said, take care and God bless. All right, Meerkat, hopefully you guys like that one. Thank you for restreaming. Thank you, Bonds. I think that's Bonds. Thank you very much. Thank you, Madison Clifton, for following and restreaming. Thank you, Living Chic, as always. Hi, Chorizo. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Go to my website, DarrellMuhammad.net. Subscribe, become a member. Click around, see other things that I'm doing. Let's connect. Let's do great things together, okay? Until tomorrow or next time,